Hey, it's Ridge Runner again, and I am going to try to get this camera on this target for you. Maybe it'll stay right there now. I got my 338 Win Mag out, 230 grain ELD-X with reloader 19. And I'm just trying different overall lens to see what will and won't shoot good. I've not had much luck with this bullet in the past. And I'm hoping I'll have better luck today. It's 90-something degrees. It's hot. I'm sweating just sitting here. With this Winchester XPR, the problem is, if you go out to where my magazine with this bullet will let me be 40 thousandths shy of the ogive, of the lens from the ogive, and ogive, ogive, however you want to say that. And I've not been able to see it any closer than that because of the magazine. But even at that, it goes in the magazine. But the feed ramp comes down and has a flat spot on the end of it and stops. Well, at that length, when you go to chamber one, it'll hit the very flat end of that and it won't come up out of there. So I have to keep backing up. So far, 3.388 will feed from the magazine, but it shoots like crap. I've shot that one, and I am going to shoot 3.368 right now, and we'll see how that does. Hopefully the camera won't move while I'm shooting. If it does, I'll try to readjust. But I'm going to be shooting that orange dot at it. It's going to be shooting low because the first one is way low. On the left of the bullseye. And that's shooting way low. As you can tell, I'm sure you guys can see it better than I can. But as long as it shoots good, I don't know. I think I run these. There's no info I could find on these, so I'm running them at 76 grains, which is 2 grains below max for a 225 grain bullet. Is like 78, and I'm running 76, so it should be pretty close. Them two's an inch apart right there. Let's see where this one hits. Well, it don't like that overall lens neither, now does it? Well, at least I know all these are feeding from the magazine. I've tried Reloader 19 with these. I've tried a couple of other powders, IMR 4350, and there's another one, Reloader 16, Reloader 17, and I can't get these to shoot worth of crap some. But I can get 100 of these for what I can get 50 of the Nosler AccuBonds for. The AccuBonds, I really like that bullet. To me, that'd be a dual purpose. You know, close range, long range bullet, even on deer, all the way up to big brown grizzly bears and stuff. But that's why I was wanting to use it, but I've not had any luck with it neither. I had one good group, it was an inch and a quarter, and I thought, you know, I've spent so much money on bullets and powder and primers and brass and everything trying to get this rifle to shoot. I don't want to go out and buy more powder to try and then it not work. And so I quit using the I loaded up some. I loaded up 40 rounds or 60 of the IMR 4350 with a nozzler AccuBond, but I'm letting my barrel cool some right now. But it shot 1.25 inches, so I loaded up 40, 60 rounds. And I come back out and I shot, and I thought something was wrong with my scope. I'd have one hit to the right, and one hit to the left, and one hit where I was aiming, you know, and I'm like, what? And the more I shot, the more it looked like a buckshot pattern, and I'm like, there's something wrong. So I went home, pulled my scope off, checked my bases, checked my rings, tightened everything back down, torqued everything down to spec, checked my action bolts, torqued them down. Nothing was loose. Come back out, I had some other ammo I loaded up, shot them, and they would shoot a group. It wasn't a small group, but they shot a group in the same area. And I thought, well, okay, so I pulled them IMR 4350 loads back out with AccuBond, and it's the same thing all over the place. So I'm not going to waste shooting them. I'm going to wait and get me a bullet puller and pull them. I've never had to pull a bullet before. But these 230s, I can't get them, ELDXs, I can't get them to shoot for crap. And I don't have the brand new Hornady load manual. So I'm just going off of the 225 grain load for reloader 19 and backed it down 2 grains. Cause it's only 5 grain heavier. A lot of times you'll see in the books, they'll show the same charge or just a half a grain, maybe 1 grain less with a 5 grain heavier bullet. So I figure I'm 2 grains below, it ought to be pretty good. And the recoil's, like I said, on the recoil on this rifle is not bad. It's pretty good, but so far I'm not having no luck working up a load. But now the factory Hornady Superformance load with the 225 SST shoots 3/4 7/8 inch group at 100 yards. It shoots 1.5 1.75 at 200 yards. So it's a good shooting factory round. I've not bought any other factory rounds to try out of it because I'm not paying $55 to $75 for 20 rounds of ammo. Granted, I'm not going to be out target shooting with this and a lot. I only want it for hunting, but at the same time, I like shooting, so I'm going to shoot some. So if I had, 60 rounds, I'd probably waste 20, 30 rounds target practice shooting at 100, 200, 300, 400 yards just to see how it does and where it hits at them distances. In my opinion, I'm not going to be shooting at, any game over, 500 yards in my opinion, except coyotes. Now coyotes, I'd take a pot shot at one of them no matter how far out there was, as long as it was safe, because coyotes are not something you want to eat, and they ain't something you want hanging around your house. They eat your cats, your dogs, your chickens, any livestock. They get in your garden and tear it up, tear your corn down, eat your watermelons. They ruin a lot of stuff. So I'll quit chatting, and I'm going to, let's see, barrel's still warm. Let me go ahead and pop these other 3 off here. These are 3.368 is a no-go. So these are 3.354 overall length. We'll see how they do. And then I've got 3.340 also. But I don't know if I'll have enough time to shoot them because they won't let me upload but so many, 15 minutes worth of video. So I might have to do a 2-part. A lot of them I do, so that way I can get the whole thing in, because I don't have any editing material, so I can't cut out parts. So, and then Dan the dog over here bait him a skunk up there, and man, he stinks. I'm glad he's downwind. I wish he'd go farther downwind. Anyway, I'm going to aim for the orange dot on the right now. Dead center right and left, just a little low. Them others wasn't dead center, they's off some. Primers are flattening out on these, but I'm using Winchester large rifle Magnum primers, and Winchester primers flatten out pretty good. But now, so does the primers that's in the factory Superformance ammo. Every factory ammo I've shot in most of my guns, the primers will go flat in them. So to me, that's not a high pressure sign. That just means you're getting up there. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Shot number 2. Well, that don't look too good so far, does it? It went farther away. And here's the third one on this. Remember, my barrel's still just a little warm. Well, I had 2 next to each other. First and the last and the other. And no, I'm not weighing my brass. I used to weigh my brass and you work up and get a good load with it. Then you quit weighing your brass and load all of them. And reason being is I'm not going to have, you know, if you weigh 100 pieces of brass, you'll have 15, 20, maybe 30 that weigh the same or within a half a gram of each other or so. And then you're going to have the rest scattered out. And there's no sense in letting that brass just lay there and not use it because it don't weigh the same as others. So I quit weighing my brass. I just started working up loads and what shoots, what don't. And I got them 2 that's next to each other is 3 inches low. That second shot moved out. It's 4 inches low and 2 inches to the left. That other one's 3/4 of an inch to the right. You can see that as good as I can now. That's better than the first 2, I'll tell you that much, but it still ain't good. But anyway, it looks like I'm getting low on time. I've got 3.340 left to shoot. My barrel's warm. I don't have a pause button on this. If I do, I don't know where it's at. I'm still playing with this camera. So I'll let you go. I will tell you in the description whether it worked out on the 3.340 or not. And appreciations. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more, I'm sure, the more time they give me to put out videos. So, appreciations, thank you, subscribe. Sorry I don't have any editing material. Y'all have a good day. Red Runner out.